Hi folks, developing style in oil painting. Now, I'm not an expert. I've spent most of my painting lifetime doing watercolours, or trying to do watercolours. And I first had a go at oil painting 50 years ago, when we moved into our old new house when we got married, and a friend of ours was a good artist, and we bought some tent canvas and some wood, and we made some stretchers and nailed them to one of our bedroom walls. They hadn't decorated then, and then we put, with three of us, had a go at painting a lighthouse with some rocks. Oh, we had some fun. Three totally different pictures, but anyway, I got a couple of books on oil painting and how to paint and follow this, follow that, and thoroughly enjoyed it, but it was all very stilted. Clouds fitted in between two trees, skies, clouds scudding across in pure white, all the usual things. We didn't have all these videos back then, and a lot of the books were in with white and black and white illustrations, apart from colours as well. We weren't entirely in the dark ages, but as the years went on, I carried on the watercolour, did the odd oil painting, and then I made a friend who'd also joined the art group I belonged to at the time, and he was exclusively an oil painter, and he was very good. He was a sort of a redundant diamond mounter for a firm that produced a lot of great stuff for Asprey's and various places in London. And because his work was so meticulous, he found it very hard to loosen up, and he was very good at copying, and he did okay. But I carried on and I did exactly the same. I copied photographs. But eventually you start to develop your own way of doing things. And what I'm trying to do here is to sort of shortcut the whole operation. I mean, I've seen a number of styles on the British Impressionists, which is a lovely Facebook page, which many of us subscribe to, and there's some great ideas, and you see all different styles, and you think, oh, I'd like to do that like that, and oh, I'd like to have a go at that way, but it's not. You're not being true to yourself. And a style that really attracted me was the movement in certain artists' brush strokes, not meticulous, but the basic stated, but the style, well, you know, and I had a go at that, and I thought I liked it, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm trying to develop that style, but in my own way. So that is a shortcut to a style, but you have to remember that they spent probably years practicing their art painting, their oil painting, and their style develops over years. But no doubt they got inspired by other more impressionist artists. And I am an impressionist painter. I broke away from photographs a long time ago, although I work from photographs of my own paintings. But I look at them, all the ones I've done over the last 5 years are on my Facebook art page. You can go onto my Facebook channel page, but don't post any paintings on my art page. That's forbidden. Yeah, but I've got another 2 pages there where you can post your art, and other people will see what you do. So that's my homepage, the David Usher homepage. My where I publish all my paintings. Go on there. There are over 1,000. I don't know, 2,000 paintings on my timeline. I can't remember. Well over 1,000 or well over 2,000. I'll have a look later. But anyway, you'll see that there are a lot of different styles with the oil painting. So my method at the moment is painting on watercolour paper. This is the studio version, so it's cheaper. It's only got about a third third rag, and the rest is wood pulp. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my laptop working. But I also work on MDF, which is a lovely surface. I'm working on paper because I've got a lot of it, and I can't see me painting a watercolour on it. I've got the Saunders Waterford to use up for that. So I'm using this up. It's durable, and the great thing about painting on an unprimed surface like paper, and I apply this to paper only, is that the paper sucks the oil out of the paint, so it dries much more rapidly, and you can get a dry brush when you're after a few minutes of the painting, unless you plaster it on, of course. You can use a knife on it. So what I'm going to do is to paint a meadow, no, a salt marsh, which I've done loads of times. To put some trees here and some background trees going into distance, low horizon, big sky, and a bit of water coming in. That's all I'm going to do with that. I might use a bit of the edge of a knife to give the impression of some twigs, branches. I'm going to use just this one brush. I'm going to get more of these. I think the bristles are better. I'll use a bristle. That's an inch flat. Very, very good brush. I've had it some time. You can see where the pins have fallen out. So I've just bunged in a couple of veneer pins, bent them, snipped them off to the right length, and banged them over. So that's nice and stable now. Right, I've got a bit of linseed oil and some fast drying linseed oil mixed in with it. Palette, cadmium yellow, pale, yellow ochre, cad red, ultramarine, some cerulean, Payne's grey, red ochre and viridian. So it's quite a high key palette with the viridian, the yellow and the cerulean and cad red. I do like using Payne's grey, but I might use it, I might not. But anyway, this is only my view. I'm not saying you should do this or not, but I've spent years just to get to this stage. So I have no natural ability. I know some of you think I have, because I'm more advanced than you, but believe you me, I've done a lot of this, and I wish I was better than I am with all that effort. But anyway, let's get a sky in. So a bit of white, bit of blue. I'm going to mix the two blues. So with a plain sky, because the work's going to be in the salt marsh. So I just put some paint on, and it will disappear. Well, the paint won't, the pigment won't, but with that oil, it's lovely. So I'm going to cover over the little drawing. There's just an age memoir. Okay, well that's a basic layer. I can put some clouds in, so let's get a rag. I don't clean the brush in any toxic substance. I clean them at the end in some washing up liquid, and if you get oil paint on your clothes, get the old fairy liquid on your clothes and wash it out. It comes out, it just falls out, and it doesn't make you cough because it's caustic but not toxic, I think. But all stuff like I don't know, the proprietary brush cleaners, thinners, they're petrochemical based and they are toxic. So let's see if we can just get a take your clouds off screen. Touch of red. Oh, good bit of movement. So a nice busy sky. I'm probably doing this one because the road down to this, well, the salt meadows, a big roundabout on the A27 near Chichester Salt Marsh. There's a bit of crash on the roundabout, and so all this traffic snarled up. Now cerulean is a beautiful colour. Now the blue sky is behind the clouds, so sorry, I'm just, I've got my headphones on listening, but the channel is, bear with me. That's where I got my news from. Oh, there we are. Right, I'm going to put some more white out and get a bit lighter on that horizon. Just a little bit samey at the moment. I want some thicker cloud there. I'll fill some of my tea. Right, now I'm getting a bit fed up with using yellow ochre in the sky, but I think I'm preferring a bit of yellow. Just a bit of colour. The clouds aren't white, well, I've got a lively sky. Just get a little bit more colour over there. Right, okay, now going to put in some trees on that horizon. So I'm going to use ultramarine, Payne's grey, bit of white. So I'm not a great lover of buildings. I like the impression of landscape. It's what I've always been interested in. And I think painting about 100 Venice paintings in the 1990s sort of put me off of buildings. Right, so let's okay, so that's sort of background. We want some darker stuff as well because we've got to put some light against it. If you want something to look light, put it against something dark. Right, now we're going to get some marsh in now, so now we're coming to the yellow ochre. Bit of oil. We'll soften some of this. I'll just soften it all because it's in the distance. Okay, right, let's get just a bit more up there. Right, now we'll have some green in there as well because we will have green, bit of white. I'm making this up but based on plenty of other paintings. There's a bit of dark. Bouquet red and Viridian are great colours, mixed. See, that's what I mean by style. Having a go and getting a nice mood in the painting by using not a dry brush. The wind's coming off the sea. Now we want some greens coming into here. Yellow ochre is a good mixer with Viridian for realistic greens. Now, nice dark green. I'm putting this dark in there so I can superimpose some light. Got to put a big tree in there. Just putting in some dark. Well, I'll let that soak in a bit. I'm limiting myself with the one brush. I want to get a bit more there. Right, so let's get some nice green. got a bit of a shadow colour. Bit of shadowy stuff there. Look, getting some movement in the brush strokes. Right, now we're going to want to work on a bit of ochre there, I think. So putting all different greens and ochres in the foreground. So now it's getting difficult to get the paint off the brush because of the drying surface. You actually want to dry these things. You'll be surprised. If you've always done the same thing, try something different. Brighten up the greens there. Quite tough this, doing one brush. Right, let's get some water. Bit of blue there. Now bit of bushy stuff along here. shadow those trees there. That lovely viridian. Alright, let's I've still got to do a bit more here. Right, let's just give that impression of something going on. A bit of red. Well, let's put a bit of red. So we've got a shadow from that tree, we've got a sweeping sky, cerulean mixed with ultramarine, bit of background and a bit of salt marsh there. Just a few poppies. I know there are poppies here because I've seen them. But looking that way, you will be able to see the Spinnaker Tower at Portsmouth. And we're looking across water here to Chidham. It's a very lovely village. Right, I'll put that in a mount. So that's all I can say about style really. It's something that you develop as you go along. You learn from other people, you see what they do, and it affects the way you paint. I think. Okay, well. I'll go in the middle, but put the double mount on it. This is the size of this is 9 by 12, 9.5 by 12. Oh, well, there we are. Maybe we could. No, you can fiddle around with these for ages. Hope you like it. It's a bit of a bright one for a Monday morning. I'll get this uploaded and you can let me know what you think in the comments. So thanks for looking in. Bye bye.